is renamed. I think we're ready. Going to turn it over to you, Rabbi, for a brief welcome.
A brief welcome, everybody. Hug Purim Sameach. We are so excited to have everybody with us, join with Beth Jacob Congregation for this exciting online Purim Shpiel. We have a long history of over-the-top Purim Shpiels, and some of our performers have been acting in our Purim Shpiels for many, many years. So I want to thank everybody that's been involved in helping to put this together. I want to remind everybody that after the Purim Shpiel at 8 p.m., Rabbi Hillel Lev Yisraeli at Beth Jacob is going to be chanting the entire Megillah. So you probably want to join that, and make sure you've got your groggers, your noisemakers, and you've got your best booing Haman on. So we are going to start, and I particularly want to thank our cantor, Paula Baruch, who really is the backbone of this whole production and is bringing it to us and making it all happen. So with no further ado, once again, happy Purim, everybody. And we'll see you after the Purim Shpiel.
See you later, Rabbi. All right, let's get this party started. Hey, Fortunate! Woo! Bill! Oh my gosh, this is Cohen Ellison's.
From Beth Jacob Synagogue, acting as your MC for tonight's Purim Shpiel.
What? Well, I'm Roy Pollington from Temple Anshe Sholom. I don't even know you, and I've been the MC for so many years, I can't even keep track.
Well, I do know you, but gee, if you feel that strongly, go ahead.
Quiet, everyone. Quiet, everyone. We're on the air in 3, 2, 1.
Chag Purim Sameach, everybody. Happy Purim. Welcome to Temple Anshe Sholom, Beth Jacob's annual broadcast of the Purim Megillah of Esther. Tonight we present to you one of the truly great classics of the Purim celebration, The Wizard of Oz. Stay with us as Esther, Mordecai, the Tin Man, and friends journey down the yellow brick road to Shushan. Yes, Shushan, that walled city in Persia where long, long ago, the life of every Jewish man, woman, and child was on the line when a despicable, evil villain plotted their doom. Oh, and watch out for the flying monkeys.
Rhonda?
It's not me.
But who is it?
Hug Sameach, Hug Purim Sameach.
He just said that. That was Steve Paikin on the...
TASBJ is proud to present The Wizard of Oz, Purim Shpiel. Brought to you this evening by Hand-Me-Down Hamantaschens, those little fruit-filled pastries that are so hard, you'd swear they've been in the family for years.
And by Gray Matter Groggers, merry noisemakers that are so technologically advanced, it's like they have a mind of their own.
But don't touch that dial. The Wizard of Oz will return after this brief word from our sponsor.
Here's a brief commercial for you.
Have you ever felt upset or put down, especially around Purim time, because of how Haman treated the Jews in Shushan? Well, we have the most amazing product for you. Introducing the Hamonkey. Get all of your frustrations out on this monkey. You can squish him, punch him, and even pull his ears for just 4 easy payments of $4.50. This punch monkey can be yours. If you're interested, contact office for details. Also, as a special Purim deal, the Hamonkey is 10% off during the month of Adar. Bye now.
Thank you so much to our TASC Religious School students.
Welcome back to BJTAS award-winning broadcast of The Wizard of Oz, Purim Shpiel. As a public service to our studio audience and to you folks at home, we now invite the renowned pediatrician and dessert aficionado, Dr. Chag N. Dawes, to share some helpful tips on celebrating a safer and happier Purim.
Thank you. Thank you. I am, of course, Dr. Chag Dawes, renowned pediatrician and creator of your very favorite prune-filled ice cream cones. I'm here at TASBJ TV studios to talk with you about groggers. First of all, groggers make a lot of noise. Without proper supervision, they may disrupt the peaceful proceedings of your Purim celebration. It's important to know when to shake them and when not to. It's also very easy. When you hear the special word and you see this signal, then you're going to make as much noise as you can. But when you see this signal, stop just as quickly as you can. Now, how about we test those groggers? Very good. It's got to go now. You have yourself a happy little Purim. This is Dr. Chag Dawes saying Hasamea and buy my ice cream.
And now we invite our audience at home to enjoy singing along with our opening song.
Get your voices ready. Here we go.
Oy vey, it's Purim time, let's have fun, dress up and rhyme. Oy vey, it's Purim time again. Make noise with all your might, up is down and black is white. Oy vey, it's Purim time again. Be thankful for what we've got a lot you know. We hope that you enjoy our show. Please join us singing Oy vey, it's Purim time. Drink some wine, it's not a crime. Oy vey, it's Purim time again. Oy vey, welcome to you. Temple's here, Beth Jacob too. Oy vey, it's Purim time again. We do this every year. Bring your Gregor, Boo, and Sheer. Oy vey, it's Purim time again. Be thankful for what you've got a lot you know. We hope that you enjoy our show. Please join us singing Oy vey, it's Purim time. Drink some wine, it's not a crime. Oy vey, it's Purim time again.
Our Purim story begins in Megillat Esther, the scroll of Esther. No one quite knows where the scroll came from.
Where did it come from?
Or who wrote it?
Who
wrote it?
Or even when?
Even when?
But we do know that without it, Purim would be just a lot of people having a really tough time explaining why they've dressed up for Halloween in March. You may follow along as we share these beginning verses of Megillat Esther.
המולך מהודו ועד כוש 27 מדינה בימים ההם כשבט המלך הפרוש על כיסא מלכותו אשר בשושן הבירה בשנת 3 למלכו עשה משתה לכל שריו ועבדיו ופרס ומדי הפרטמים ושרי המדינות לפניו.
It happened in the days of Ahasuerus, who reigned over 127 provinces from India to Nubia, in the days when King Ahasuerus occupied the royal throne of in Shushan. In the 3rd year of his reign, he gave a banquet for all the officials and administrators of Persia and Media. He threw a royal bash for all the nobles and the governors of the provinces in his service.
7 days into the celebration, Ahasuerus called for the queen Vashti.
Here,
Vashti.
To come and display her beauty. Now, Vashti was a good queen.
Good queen.
But what she wasn't was someone who simply did what someone else told her to do, especially if she thought it was demeaning. And being asked by her husband to display her beauty for his pals, that was demeaning.
So she said no.
Did you not get my message? You're wearing so much dresses. You're causing me such strife. Vashti dear, I've been thinking that I'd not do so much drinking if I only had a wife. In your day you were a beauty, and still you are a cutie, but you just won't obey. So we're sending you reeling while my heart it's a healing if I only had a wife.
Oh, I can tell you why my life is such a bore. I've been stuck with you for years and I abhor your lack of life, your noisy snore. I will not be just a muffin. I'm down with all your huffing. No longer am I wife. I will dance and be merry far from here on the prairie. Maybe now I'll have a life.
And with that,
Extra, read all about it. King Ahasuerus kicks Vashti out of Shushan. No one in the kingdom knows what's going to happen. Everything's up in the air. Oi, it's all anyone can talk about in the land of Shushan.
What did you think he would say? If you don't come, that's okay. Vashti dissed the king, and now she really is going to pay. Wouldn't appear and dance for men. Ahasuerus is single again. Spread the word of what occurred. Come gather the people, and then we're waiting to discover who's gonna be the new queen. From far and wide, to pick a new bride, a beauty who won't cause a scene. To get their girls ready will take a year. In front of the king, they'll each appear. They'll have their job cut out for them, it's clear. For some lucky girl, it's a new career. We're waiting to discover who's gonna be the new queen.
Meanwhile, over in the Jewish neighborhood of Shushan,
Mordecai heard the big news, thought he had nothing to lose. Family as royalty, that couldn't be bad for the Jews. Esther, his cousin, playing the part. She had the beauty to win the king's heart. Looks and charm that could disarm, well as a bachelor of arts. Proud to say that Esther is going to be the new queen. That Mordecai's the cleverest guy, a marvelous mind machine. 'Twas certain that Esther would ace the test of 10,000 girls. She was the best. Ahasuerus, he must have been impressed, though he didn't know their Jewishness. We're thrilled to say that Esther is going to be the new queen. Is going to be the new queen.
So Esther won the contest.
Hooray!
And became the new queen.
Yippee!
You're muted, Val.
but in the center of Shushan, a sinister plot was brewing.
This is serious. Two of the king's own guards were plotting to kill him.
But Mordecai learned about the plot and told it to Esther, who reported it to the king.
That's good.
Such good people.
The guards were punished and the matter was recorded in the king's royal book.
But in the center of Shushan, a sinister plot was brewing.
Didn't we just
take care of that?
Listen.
הדברים האלה גידל המלך אחשוורוש את המן והמדתה האגגי ונשאהו וישם את כיסו מעל כל השרים אשר איתו וכל עבדי המלך אשר בשער המלך קוראים ומשתחווים להמן. כן, ציווה לו המלך ומרדכי לא יכרע ולא ישתחווה.
Sometime afterward, King Ahasuerus promoted Haman, son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, and seated him higher than any other official. All the king's court knelt down and bowed low to Haman. Such was the king's order, but Mordecai would not kneel or bow.
Popular. I've never been popular. It's not such a mystery throughout history. I'm the baddest guy of all. I don't want to deal with Jews because they're all bad news. Synagogue, they all will fall. I'm not popular. Who cares about popular? I'd rather be really feared than be tugged or cheered. Have the masses hate me so. You just watch while I tell the Jews they all have to go. Don't be offended by my honest ravings. For negative attention, I have such strong cravings. I need to bully folks to feel important and watch them others suffer. There's no one who suffers. Please don't need to be so popular. Please let others be popular. I just want to feel the worst, and for blood I thirst. I'm the nasty man, hooray. There's nothing that can stop me. Villains, we gon' go away. La 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 la. I'm not popular. Just keep thinking I'm an evil man. Ah 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 ah.
No way! No way! No way!
Now Haman,
Boo!
I mean the prime minister, was a descendant of the evil Amalek, who not only attacked the Israelites during their 40-year wandering in the desert, he attacked the young and the old, anyone who would not excel in battle.
What a
creep. And according to Jewish tradition, while a Jew may indeed bow down to another person, especially if that person is royalty, after all, would you rather lose your head or bow it? A Jew is absolutely forbidden from bowing down to a descendant of Amalek.
Who's
Amalek?
Who's Amalek? It's Haman.
So when Mordecai had refused to bow down to this guy, the sinister plot we mentioned earlier began to take shape. The prime minister cast lots. In Hebrew, they're called Purim, to determine when the Jews would be killed.
This dude
is seriously disturbed.
The Purim, the lots determined that the 13th of Adar, nearly 11 months away, would be the day of their destruction. Ahasuerus approved the sinister plot, and notice was sent throughout the kingdom to save the day for the destruction of the Jewish people. Mordecai went to Esther to tell her the terrible news and ask for her help.
Everything's changed around us. They say we are to blame. They want to play by their own rules and desecrate God's name. Forget assimilation. There is no time to sleep. You must approach the king, our people. We must keep all lies and immorality. His evil lie, his immorality. He must be taken down. It's time to tell my story to the king I must go. I'll tell him that I'm Jewish. He means well, he has to know. This man is full of hatred, unable to foresee. A spirit strong, convert to loving will be free. His eyes, his immorality, his evil eyes, immorality. Yes, we must bring
Nobody in Shushan or Oz can keep me from that royal
Okay. That was scary. I might bow, I thinking.
Queen Esther fasted for 3 days, and on the last day she entered the king's court without being asked.
Was she scared?
Scared?
You bet she was scared, but she was also drop dead gorgeous. And King Ahasuerus could never resist her. He took one look her way and raised his scepter high.
What troubles you, Queen Esther? And what is your request? Even to half the kingdom, it shall be granted to you.
Without even a moment's hesitation, Esther asked for half of the kingdom. I mean, she said to Ahasuerus,
"If it please your majesty, won't you and your prime minister come to a feast I have prepared for you?"
Haman
Ooh.
was feeling very important.
No.
I'm going to a dinner tonight, a dinner tonight, a dinner tonight. And this is because I'm a shining light. The king and queen will honor me tonight.
Now at dinner that evening, Esther served only the finest foods. But if she had a complaint to submit, you wouldn't have known it. When the evening ended, she said nothing except,
"If it please your majesty, won't you and your prime minister come to a feast I have prepared for you?"
Haman went home feeling absolutely elated about the evening with the queen. His joy was short-lived, however. When on his way home, he bumped into Mordecai, who of course again refused to bow down to a descendant of Amalek.
Enraged, Haman decides to go and ask the king for permission to have Mordecai killed. As he heads off towards the palace, now it was very late, and after all that good food, Ahasuerus was tired and had headed off to bed.
Late that evening, while in bed, royal socks on his feet and a crown on his head, though he'd had some warm milk, like his mother had said, even counted 10 million sheep. It was very clear that King Ahasuerus couldn't fall asleep. So he sat right up and he called right out for a foot-long hot dog with some sauerkraut. Then he thanked his royal cook, and the king began to read his royal book. There he found and recalled that a month ago in July, Ahasuerus' life was saved by a fellow named Mordecai. 2 big thugs had proposed that the king of Shushan should die, but Sing Sing was proposed instead by a fellow named Mordecai. Then the king asked what reward was given him. "Nothing whatsoever," said his servant Jim, whose future looked grim. "I don't know," said the king, "how a thing like this just slips by. We must prepare a proper thanks for this fellow named Mordecai." King A asked, what to do for a singular sort of guy, whose name the king now wanted to shower praises and glorify. Haman thought to himself, who deserves a hand more than I? So Haman said, I have a few ideas that perhaps I can specify. He suggested royal robes would be first rate, and a royal ride through town be adequate. Gee, I can't wait. Great ideas, said the king. Now the man we must notify. Haman, go out and do this all for that fellow named Mordecai. Haman, go out and do this all for that fellow named Mordecai.
Well, it probably won't come as a surprise to you that the prime minister was not too keen on the idea of leading Mordecai through Shushan on the king's horse. But the king was the king, and an order is an order.
He led Mordecai on a horse through town. That's what he did. And further, the king made him proclaim all along the way,
This is what's done for a man whom the king wants to honor.
The next night, it was time for Esther's second dinner. The king and Haman had another great time. They ate, they sang, they laughed, and somewhere around dessert,
Esther cleared her throat, summoned all her courage, and began to attempt to rescue her people.
Vatom Esther HaMalka Vatomar In Matzati Hein Beinecha HaMelech Ve'im Al HaMelech Tov Tinaten Li Nafshi Bishelati Ve'ami Bevakashati Kinim Karno Ani Ve'ami Leashmi Leharog Ul Abed Eilu La'avadim Ve'lishbachot Nim Karno Echerashti Ein Hatzar Shovel Benezek HaMelech.
Queen Esther spoke to King Ahasuerus, saying,
If your majesty will do me the favor, and if it pleases your majesty, let my life be granted me as my wish, and my people as my request. For we have been sold, my people and I, to be destroyed, massacred, and eliminated. Had we only been sold into slavery, I would have kept silent, for such trifle would not have been worth troubling the king.
King Ahasuerus demanded of Esther,
Now take my wife, please. No. Where is he who has dared to do this?
Queen Esther lifted her hand and pointed her pinky across the room and said,
That's the man. There's the one who brought this upon my people. It's
Haman.
Well, that's just about the end of the story for Haman. Except, of course, its final ending, where he ended up on the gallows he had set up for Mordecai.
Huh.
Now
That's
Poetic justice. Sing along with us this happy song.
We're strong, Haman is gone without a hitch. Ain't it rich? We're strong, now old Haman is gone. Jews cheer, there's no more dread. Ring the bell, the news will spread. 3 cheers, now old Haman is dead. He's gone down, yet he knows shalom. Shalom, shalom, our foe won't bother us no more. We really showed her she's gone. We cooked her stew, a great day for every Jew. Sing it loud, rich Haman is dead.
time!
We're strong, Haman is gone without a hitch. Ain't it rich? We're strong, now old Haman is gone. Jews, cheers, no more dread. Ring the bell, the news will spread. 3 cheers, now old Haman is dead. He's gone down the Yakino Shalom. Shalom, Shalom, our foe. Won't bother us no more. We really showed him he's gone. We cooked a stew, a great day for every Jew. Singing loud, the witch Haman is dead.
And that's the
And cheer along, please, with. Oops. I gotta do that again. It's so good. What? I want to see it again. I should loop it. Woo! Somebody's happy Haman is gone.
And that's the end of our story, how Mordecai and Esther saved the Jewish people. There's only one thing that's left to do.
What's that?
That's sing.
Oh my goodness. I'm glad you mentioned it. Let us sing. Let's see. What should be our final song? What's a famous song from from the Wizard of Oz?
For the rainbow.
Oh yes, the rainbow song. Let's improvise that song. Are you ready, everybody? Let's make up words to that song.
Our Purim tale has now reached its conclusion. Haman caused a profusion of concern, but he packed up and disappeared. What happened once could again bring trouble. Any bigots clubble take their turn. Let us make it very clear. We need only turn away for the threat to reappear. In the kingdom of Shushan, far away, Esther rescued her people all on a Purim day. Wasn't might, wasn't power, made him true. Only courage and spirit brought all our people through. Our world is full of thugs and rogues who think that it is always folk to scare us. But Esther taught us otherwise. We each must stand up to these guys so they can spare us. In the kingdom of Shushan, not so far from the places we've been to, dreaming upon a star. Mordecai saved our people, you would too. Not much choice when there's no one staging a palace coup. Another time, another place, our heroes might have embraced the struggle. Another place, another time, and they might not have stopped the crime. We'd be in trouble. Everyone lives in Shushan, you and me. near, then peace would quickly blossom everywhere.
Oh my goodness! Give yourselves a round of applause, everyone! Woo! Chag Sameach to all, and a very special thank you to our cast and crew of this year's Purim Shpiel. The Flying Monkeys were played by the Cohen-Ellison family with James and Evie, Rob and Dora Ann. And our storytellers were Alan, Philip, Roy, Morley, Rhonda. Well, Morley was away, to be honest, but he rehearsed. Morley, Rhonda, and Val, with a special appearance by Steve Paikin from TVO. Esther and Mordecai were played by the Passau family, Ethan, Clarissa, Rebecca, and Sue the Lion. I see you, Mama Lion. And bonus, Cows of Shushan as well. King Ahasuerus and Vashti were played by the Eisenberg family, Marlene and Howard. We see you, with production help by Emily. Haman! Our big star of this year's Purim Shpiel was the incredible Ethan Snyderman. Thank you so much, Ethan, for all your amazing work. Our Task Religious School students gave us the Hamunky commercial. Kahila Religious School students refused to bow to Haman, saying, "No way!" And all of the video shorts sent in by families from Temple Anshe Sholom and Beth Jacob Synagogue. We see you. You are all fabulous. Thanks to Rabbi for his welcome tonight, and thanks to Laura Katari for co-hosting and helping people solve their techno problems. Thanks to all of you as our attendees in the audience who booed like nobody's business. We're going to move on at 8 o'clock. I invite you to tune in at Beth Jacob Synagogue's website where it says live stream, and you're going to hear the Megillah chanted tonight in full. So Chag Sameach to everyone. Thank you so much to you incredible cast members. Woo! Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Cantor Paula.